tried to run and hide, but Jesus came and found me and he touched me down inside. He is like a mountain, he always keeps his men, and he'll send you any way he can. Zap! Johnson, my friend.
Well, howdy doody. How you kids doing? We are chilling. I'm decided to take a split sleeper break, so I'm not going to leave my location for a few hours. We were originally planned to go to Taylorville, Illinois, and I was going to be way too early for it. So I let dispatch know that, hey, a split would be nice, because I didn't feel like sitting. And some people that know me realize that I need to sit, like I should take a break. I should like relax. But it ain't in my blood. I like to rush. I like to run. I like to be abrupt. Church of Wheel, abrupt. Why are we calling it abrupt? I don't know. I was looking for an A word that wasn't asshole. Hope kids are doing okay. It is Tuesday. I believe it's a Tuesday. Yeah, it's a Tuesday. All right. We had, excuse me for a second while I cough my brains out. We had a hellacious night leaving Atlanta. I left during a pretty crazy thunderstorm and tornado warnings. Oh my. And made it pretty far, got tired, got kind of close to Nashville, and started looking for truck stops. Those of you that are in the trucking industry will laugh. You will spit coffee out your nose when I tell you that at 10 o'clock at night, I was looking for a parking spot near Mont Eagle. And then after that, there's another truck stop, 20 miles down the road, 30 miles down the road, there's a Love's. Is it Clearwater, Tennessee? Something like that? Clearacre, Tennessee. That truck stop was packed. Then there's another truck stop called like Busy Corner or something like that, packed. The weigh station was packed. It asked me to enter the weigh station, but it gave me the bypass. And as I was bypassing, I didn't see a route to even go check to see if the parking was packed, but it was. So 11 o'clock at night, I'm getting closer and closer to Murfreesboro, and the truck stop that I'm currently residing. I'll let you have a peek out the windshield while I talk at you. The truck stop I'm currently residing, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I like that color. That's kind of a cool color. This truck stop is always packed, so there's no way I was going to make it this far. But if any of you are dear fans of the channel and realize that I put a lot of YouTube Shorts content, you will see that I woke up near a Waffle House. Hello, Prime. How you doing, Prime? Thanks for almost taking off the hood of my truck, Prime. Appreciate it. Oh, welcome to the hustle and bustle of a truck stop. This is a typical sight in an American truck stop. Don't let it scares you. Anyway, I slept in front of a Waffle House, and I had a Waffle House breakfast this morning. And if you care to follow me on YouTube, you will see that YouTube short describing the fun of a Waffle House and the fact that every time I go to a Waffle House, I eat like it's my last meal. It's totally true. Oh my God, I eat like I'm dying. Listen, if I'm going to spend, by the way, if you saw that YouTube short and you saw the breakfast that I had, that was only $21. At a normal restaurant, like if I went to a Red Robin, if I went to, not a Denny's, if I went to any regular restaurant and asked for that exact meal, it would have been $27 to $30. So I had I'm not going to say it was a good breakfast. It was a hearty breakfast. That's the only thing I'm going to eat today because I'm going to be sleeping here in a little bit. And then later tonight, I'm going to head towards Atlanta. Uh, it was a hearty breakfast, so I don't need to be eating anything else. That was probably 7,000 calories easily. But enough talking about me. I want to check in on you. How you kids doing? Welcome to the Church of Wheel. Today's show is abrupt because I just decided to do it, abruptly. Motobomb Virginia, valued channel member. Members get stroked. Good day, everyone. How are you, Sterling? I am okay. I'm suffering something in the industry called burnout, and I'm doing my best to keep it together, right? I think a lot of you can relate to having burnout in your selected career. But I'm having burnout on like all angles. Like I'm burned out on society. I live in society. I drive through your cities. I drive through your neighborhoods. I see how you live, Americans. I'm just a little burned out. I've been working pretty damn hard for the last year, and gone through some tremendous life changes, and there's some big ones coming up pretty soon. So I'm okay, but I'm feeling the burnout, and I see everyone around me. They're pretty wound up tight, and I'd made a post a few days ago about how it seems like everything is designed to agitate. Uh, I mean, just close your eyes for a minute and imagine peace. Well, that peace will get interrupted by a notification on your phone. And when you look at that notification, it's one of three things. It's either somebody texting you, an email, or a notification for, get 20% off at Best Buy, because the phone's tracking you at all times and it knows your locations at all times and it throws ads at you constantly. I put a post about on my channel. If you're a member, you have to be a member. You could just subscribe to my channel. You'll see random posts. When a thought provokes me, I'll post. And it said that everything in society is designed to agitate us, and I'm feeling the desire to unplug from society. And I know a few people that have disconnected. They're tired of watching the news. They're tired of social medias, and they're just backing away. And everyone comes back. You can't unplug totally. But the more I think about it, I think it would be a good solution to everything that's everything that's wrong in my little world. Is I need to unplug. I thank God that I never got addicted to Twitter. Um, Facebook has only ruined my life. There is no enhancement to my life at all from Facebook. Ever. Ever. And yeah, so I'm looking at everything, that digitally manipulates us. I'm not talking about a finger up the ass. We're all being digitally manipulated. Everything is a positioning statement. Everything is designed to tell you to change your mind. Everything is there to attack your awareness. Everything is designed to molest your fascination. And it's the downfall of humanity. There's a huge argument about AI right now, and how much people say it's evil and all that stuff, and it's not. AI is just a tool, and the more people use it, the more it will grow, and the more that the stock market sees it's profitable, the more it will grow. And if it ushers in the downfall of humanity, then so be it. What got rid of the dinosaurs? Was it a comet? Was it dinosaur AIDS? Was it, the things in life, they grow, they build, they die, you know. So I'm not too worried about AI overlords. I notice as I speak ill of AI, my viewer count tanked. Good seeing here, Motobomb. That's the only comment I'm going to read today. Goodbye. Leave you. Bye. Motobomb says, always love the festive vibe. I'm a little festive today. Got myself a new shirt. Got my new glasses. Brown chicken is brown chicken. Always good seeing here. I don't feel like stroking my members today, so go stroke yourselves. What's up? I got first person Oshkosh trucking video coming out soon. Good times. Check out Rob's neighbor. He's a good friend. His name is Carrie. He's going to have a new video on his channel soon. I can't wait to see it. My favorite video of his is he did a video on his minivan, and I just thought it was so cool. And he's a very good narrator. Moto Brown Chicken. Hello, Brown. Hello, Carrie. Brown Chicken sent Sterling. Wheel. Good seeing you here, Brown Chicken. Carrie saying here for the intros, epic. I've always got some good intros. Brown Chicken says top button kind of guy. Yeah, I'm feeling the top button today. Only because the air conditioning is nice and cold in the truck right now. I'm getting ready to go to sleep for a few hours, so I like my cab cold and quiet. Another reason why you will see me wearing these aviator type headset is it drowns out the noise of the truck. So right now, if I were to take off the noise cancellation and the microphone, this little microphone right here, if I shut off the noise cancellation, you would hear the APU running and the refrigerated trailer running. And that's about it, because I'm not very gassy right now. Oh, Brown Chicken, good seeing you here. Carrie saying, do you have to use truck stops? The answer is no. Or could you just find some background road that nobody drives and pull off a little bit, or industrial park? The second part of that question is a maybe. It is a high risk to park on a street, because many municipalities, many places in America hate truck drivers, and they see us as money bags, and they will put a parking ticket on our truck that costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars to resolve. And a lot of it was brought on by the fact that some of us truckers are pigs and we throw out our trash everywhere and all sorts of nasty stuff anyway. So a lot of cities are cracking down on truck drivers parking on the streets. Parking in industrial parks, that one is risky as well. Some of them are guarded tightly because they don't want truck drivers ruining the parking lot. Depends on if the industrial park is abandoned, then it's not safe. If businesses have gone out of business, and there's people looking for catalytic converters, and that's an easy way to get robbed and or murdered. So industrial parks are very iffy. We also try to stop at customer locations. Like sometimes, like right now, I'll be delivering to like a Sam's Club or something later tonight. And some places will allow you to take a break and get your sleep. But it's very iffy. I keep note of everywhere. Like I've been everywhere in the United States, so I kind of know where it's safe to park. There's a lot of industrial areas that are being built. Like in the last 5 years, ever since the sweet and sour sniffles, they've built a ton of warehouses in America. And because they want to store more product rather than rely on China bringing ships. Because once the ports shut down, like everyone got screwed. I keep note of warehouses that are being built. Like if you see a warehouse that says for lease, 9 times out of 10, no, I'm going to say 6 times out of 10, I can park there and get my rest and not get assaulted by security. Because it sucks to sleep and then 3 hours you got somebody pounding on your door saying, I can't sleep here. Back in the old days, back in the good old days of trucking, I used to bribe security guards. And I'd be like, listen, I'm going to park here and you're going to receive $100 bill for walking away from me right now. And 9 times out of 10, that security guard would be like, damn. Because he's only making $70 that night for employment anyway. Yeah, I used to bribe people all the time. Oh, man. The good old days. Get to a shipper or receiver in Laredo, Texas, and they tell you you're the 20th truck in line to get unloaded, even though you're 3 hours early for your appointment. Whip out $100 bill and you get unloaded. Usually within the third or fifth truck. Society's not like that anymore. People have a weird relationship with money. Like for some reason, they've made it to where tipping is faux pas. Although every time you go to a restaurant, any restaurant, they flip the little camera, they flip the computer around and it's already set for 20% tip. And then 9 times out of 10 that I've seen, there's no way to cancel the tip, like no tip. And I would much rather give somebody a cash tip than through my credit card or debit card or what have you. We need to get back to a cash-based society. Because right now I don't respect money. The more that I could flip a card at a computer and just go along my day, you lose track of money really quick. But yes, to answer your question directly, I don't have to use truck stops, but it's the default. Truck stops, customer locations, abandoned warehouses, side streets. That's the order of operations to park a semi-truck. I used to park at grain silos when I was traveling, like Dodge City, Kansas is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. There's places out there you can park at grain silos, and as long as you don't trash the place, they leave you alone. I don't know if they do that anymore. The last time I parked at a grain silo, I was in, I think it was Liberal, Kansas, and they asked me to move, and I was upset. It's never good to wake up in the middle of the night because somebody's like, "Hey, you can't park your truck there, buddy." And I'm like, "I'll park my truck, go somewhere else." Adam Bennett has dropped a super chat. Adam Bennett, valued channel member of the channel. Hello, waving from a toilet in a house in Tustin. My balls have dropped. Tustin, California. Adam Bennett and I are from the Orange County region of California. And I did not forget that your super chat must be, you must get a reward for your super chat. As always, thank you for the super chats. Super chats this entire year are going to debauchery. It's I tested debauchery last October and I really enjoyed it. So I decided that debauchery will be the theme of 2026. We're already halfway to Christmas. Yeah. This year. We're already halfway to Christmas. Oh, my Lord. Speaking of Christmas, I see Shannon Thomas in here, who had told us recently in a live show that KFC gravy goes well on Taco Bell chalupas. And I can't get that out of my mind. So the next time I find a combination KFC taco, I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the KFC. I'm at the combination Taco Bell and KFC. I am putting KFC gravy on a chalupa. Virginia chaos. Truck stops have lock lizards, though. Lock lizards. I've got it on lockdown. The truck stops really don't have lot lizards anymore. It's not really a thing. I mean, maybe in like Memphis or Ontario, California, or Denver, Colorado, or Maryland, Nashville, Fort Worth, Laredo, Minneapolis, Omaha, Council Bluffs. Yeah, Omaha, Council Bluffs. Salt Lake City. Phoenix. Seattle. Portland. Yeah, there's lot lizards everywhere. I retract my statement. No, we really don't see them much anymore. Shannon Thomas Trucking should become a member so she could use real emoticons instead of the blue fish eating water. Do fish eat water? Do fish drink water? Do fish drink air like we drink water? Let me get to some comments. Brown Chickle, valued channel member. Ever pull over and sleep on an off ramp? No, it is a bad practice. You never, ever, under any circumstance, sleep on an off ramp or an on ramp, because people at night who are half asleep see the taillights or your reflectors on the trailer and will steer into the back of your truck and die. Then you will be sued, your company will be sued, and you will not live a long, prosperous life. So it's unsafe. You never park on an off ramp or an on ramp. And if you see a truck driver parked on an off ramp or an on ramp, you need to call the police and turn them in. Okay, if you see somebody parked on an on ramp or an off ramp, call the police. If you see a truck driver with paper signs on their truck, call the police. If you see a truck driver driving with Netflix on his steering wheel, call the police. If you see a truck driver with both feet up on the dashboard, call the police. If you see a truck driver acting suspicious, weaving all over the road, call the police. Everything that's wrong with the trucking industry in the last 5 years is because of a lack of enforcement. So I invite the general population to just call the police. Constantly call the police. If you see a truck driving down the road and the front bumper is like waving in the wind and flopping around and touching the tires while it's flopping around in the wind, call the police. You see a truck driver's got a headlight out, call the police. You see a truck driver's got a tail light out, call the police. If a truck driver hurts your feelings, call the police. I want everyone to call the police on any truck driver that's not wearing a polo shirt and taking themselves seriously. Just call the police. Oh, other than that, I have no opinion whatsoever. But yeah, do not sleep on or off an off-ramp. Virginia Chaos, I'm glad you finally stopped by the channel, by the way. You know, I support a lot of channels here on the YouTube, and I kind of hope that those good people would support me back. And it happens rarely, but we still support our friends. I'm glad you are here. I don't mean to pick you out as somebody that should have supported me 3 to 6 weeks ago. Everything is good. Sterling, what's good, homie? Everything is good. We're making our money. We got the cab cooling down. We are showered. We're going to take a few-hour nap to finish what's called a split sleeper. And then we're heading to Atlanta. I just left Atlanta yesterday. I'm going right on back for a Walmart drop. And then we pick up a load of something going to Miami. So I'm kind of staying close to quote-unquote home. But everything's good. Everything's fine. I'm parked a little crooked in my spot, and I'm kind of thinking I should straighten her out. But I got you on my steering wheel right now, so I can't be flipping cameras around. I suppose I could, but I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's beautiful in its own way. Good to see you in here, Virginia Chaos. I hope you've met Motobomb Virginia. Brown Chicken is a value channel member. Facebook is for drama. Yes, it is. Yeah, I had no drama in my life until Facebook. And I got rid of Facebook. And then the last marriage I was in, my partner did not get rid of Facebook and talk shit about me on Facebook. So I will admit that I'm not a good fellow at times, but I don't deserve to be talked shit about on Facebook behind my back. I'm the kind of person that'll talk shit about you in person, but I won't do it behind your back. Removing comment. Brown Chico saying hi to Motobomb Virginia. Virginia Chaos. I barely ever get on Facebook. Other shit. I don't get on YouTube to watch Mike Ball, Stacks, and you, bro. Oh, there's more to watch on YouTube than just us three. I would invite you to watch cat videos. I did that yesterday, and it put me in a better mood. Don't watch Jimmy Dore. Don't watch Bertaria. Don't watch Tim Pool. Okay, stop it. Oh, Sterling, you have a bent opinion of society, don't you? Yes, I do. Society is ruined. Enjoy the decline, my friends. Always good seeing here. And many thanks to Adam Bennett for another $10 super chat. Call the police if you see a truck driver parked on a reserve spot and he didn't pay. No, you pull that. Listen. No, Adam Bennett, you are fucking wrong. You know, I don't criticize you a whole lot, Adam Bennett, but this time, this is what you do to drivers that parked in the reserve spot and didn't pay. This goes right through the side window. Wait till they're asleep and push this through their side window. But yes, call the police on anyone's parked in the reserve spot. Adam Bennett dropped a super chat, so punishment will happen swiftly. Let's see, let's do that. Oh, Adam Bennett, thank you for the super chat. Adam Bennett, by the way, is a dear member of the channel, and he supports my debauchery in every way that he can. I have done some horrible, debaucherous things in my life, and I can't blame Adam Bennett because he has sponsored it. In the near future, we will see a nice Peterbilt. Great color, nice chrome. Beaver Trucking You have a nice truck, dear sir or madam. Hope your kids are doing well, especially Adam Bennett. We'll get to some comments around here because that's what your kids pay me for. Oh, Shannon Thomas Trucking. Oh, I'm late, I guess. Dang. Well, gee willikers, Shannon. I thought you had your notifications turned on. But it's okay. You can be late. As long as you appear and replay, gang. Rob's neighbor Carrie says thank you for the kind words. Yeah, I play an asshole on YouTube, but in real life, I'm 10 times worse. Grind and pray, KB in the house. Saying what's he always say? I love his YouTube shorts. He's always very positive. He's like, what it is. KB in the house. KB in the hizzy. We're out here making that money. I love positive voices on the internet. I get so hyped. I can watch one of his videos and I'll be like, I hate trucking. I can't stand trucking. Everything about trucking sucks. And I watch one of his videos and I'm like, well, it doesn't suck that much. It's kind of cool, actually. But KB's doing very good. Always good seeing you here. And a channel member. You haven't been stroked in a while. All the members of my channel get stroked. Get used to it. Don't make it uncomfortable. Just accept it. Grind and pray. KB says facts. Sterling agree. I don't remember what I was dropped. I spit random facts. I'm like one of those people that paint with a bucket instead of I paint with a bucket. I rarely know what I'm talking about, which is why I do the Church of Wheel, because I get thoughts caught up in my mind, and I just need to get them out so I can sleep better. That's all the Church of Wheel really. No, it's not. Church of Wheel is actually much more important than that. The Church of Wheel is a gathering of like-minded people in the trucking industry, motorcycle community, and just good people. And I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out the Church of Wheel. My channel is a little weird. I go by the name Sterling Wheel because I'm a wheeled enthusiast. I go by the gas pastor because, well, I'm sitting on the pulpit right now and talking at you. So why can't I be a pastor? Anyone could be a pastor. Listen, you don't even have to get certified for it. But I'm here to check in on you and make sure you're doing okay. I never have to worry about KB though. He's always doing good. That is a man that I have never seen complain on the internet. SST in the house. I tipped a roll-off driver for making him wait 15 minutes. Nice. We accept tips in the trucking industry. Chasing Ghost Terra, valued channel member. Channel members get stroked. Reserved a hotel, no AC and truck. My AC has been acting up, and I've considered a hotel room, but I'm on the money right now, and I really don't want to throw $200 at a hotel room. I hope you're doing okay, Tara. Adam Bennett dropping the emoticons. If you're a channel member, you will get Adam Bennett, Adam Bennett, Adam Bennett, me, which is Sterling Wheel, Adam Bennett, me, Adam Bennett, me, Adam, me, Adam, Adam, me, Adam, Adam, me. You get fun little whimsical emoticons if you become a channel member. Feel free to use them. Feel free to abuse them. Virginia Chaos is reminding me that Richmond, Virginia has lot lizards. They're not that prevalent out here. Online dating has kind of fixed that. I don't know if I approve. There's a story an old truck driver told me about, and I was like 15 or 16 years old, so it would have been 1995. And And I asked, what's it like to be a truck driver, man? And he was a little drunk when he told me, so out came the truth. Alcohol gets the truth out of me as well. And he goes, well, I drive for Swift and I travel all over the country and I got girlfriends in every state. And every night I stop at the restaurant, at the truck stop, and I hit on the waitresses, and they're always pretty nice. And the best lot lizards you will ever find are the ones that actually sit in the restaurant. And they'll sit next to you and enjoy a meal with you, wait for you to grab a shower, and then meet you in your truck. And I was like, whoa, really? You know, my 15-year-old brain was like, what? And that was one of the many first impressions that I had of the trucking industry. Geez, this is 20 years ago now, right? 30. 1995 was 30 years ago? Holy smokes. Time is flying, kids. But that was one of my first impressions of the trucking industry. And I know, you know, when I do these vertical lives, my show gets pushed out to kids that have stolen their mom's phone, and I'll see the numbers of viewers that go up to 100 every once in a while or what have you. I really don't want anyone's first impression of the trucking industry to be that negative. I've got some new followers to the channel. There's some new people in my life, and they are aware of the romance of the trucking industry. Like, you look at me and, you know, I got my nice little polo shirt and cool sunglasses and an expensive headset and a nice sort of new truck. And it's easy to romanticize. Like, you know, watch my channel this morning. You would have seen a YouTube short where I ate at a Waffle House. You know, I had a $21 breakfast that's going to set me for the rest of the day. I got my air conditioning, got plenty of water. Like, I'm sustaining myself pretty well. I'm making pretty good money. I'm paying for very good benefits. And it's easy to get caught up in that, you know, wow, everything's really great. And then last night I drove through a friggin' horrific thunderstorm looking for a parking spot in the middle of the friggin' night. And I'm getting tired. And my truck, you know, the computer over here that runs me is getting tired and angry and telling me, hey, you need to park your truck. Park your truck or I'm calling the cops. And that's when things get really rough, and that's when things get really tough. And the rest of my channel, you will see my trucker vlogs, you know, where I use my GoPro is charging right now, but I'll strap it to my head and I'll drive around, I'll talk at you and stuff like that. I'll show you the sights, I'll put in some music, I'll do some time lapses. And there's a beauty to those videos, and I try my best to edit them to where I want you to sit in the driver's seat. And then people are very alarmed when they see me on a church wheel and see how absolutely unhinged I am sometimes. But I warn you, this is me blowing off steam. We all got to blow off steam. We got to hang out with our friends. This is a nice little hangout spot for us. We got 12 people in here, plenty of comments down there. That's the Church of Wheel. But yeah, if you see my channel, you will see most of my videos right now are trucking, just wanderous trucking videos. They're easy for me to produce. I think they come out pretty nice. I've been told that they look good on a big screen TV. I don't have a big screen TV in my life currently, so I'm just going by what people tell me. I always produce my videos wearing headphones, so I'm very cautious of the sound. You won't hear much for wind noise or anything like that. You know, I'm trying to produce good videos, and on average, they get 20 to 35 views on YouTube, which is fine. My channel will never blow up because I tell the truth and I don't use AI. YouTube is designed for a 13-year-old mindset. YouTube is specifically designed for low IQ, high energy, 13-year-old boys that need keys. Listen, if I sit here for the next hour and just jingle my keys and not say a word, I could do this for 10 hours straight and I will get 1 million views and never say a word. I could literally just do this for 10 hours straight on a live stream and I would get 1 million views and 100,000 subscribers before midnight. That's the absurdity of YouTube and trying to build a community. But I don't want a channel where millions of people have to tune into every one of my videos. I would much rather sit here on Church of Wheel and say hi to Shannon Thomas or say hi to Motobomb or say hi to Mike Ball. This is my attempt to be human, because when I'm a truck driver, I'm a robot. I am a meat robot. I'm a steering wheel holding meat robot. Looking out the windshield, you will see my other robotic friends. Nobody sees the personality that's in those cabs. People look at a semi truck and the first thing they think is, oh, that truck's in my way, or that truck's going to hit me, or what is that truck driver doing? Very few people actually look at those trucks and realize that every single one of them is a hero in their own mind. Every one of those truck drivers is providing the things that keep society moving. People are very quick to forget that if these trucks stop rolling, you have 72 hours to live. I say that because when society eventually does collapse, there will be it will be a wasteland by Wednesday. Because desperation sinks starts happening 12 hours in, 24 hours, people start getting angry, 48 hours, people start getting desperate, 72 hours, people go to war. So, other than that, everything is really fantastic. I hope you're doing great. I warned you that it gets a little off the friggin' rails sometimes. Adam Bennett has completely agreed with me that you need to call police. Anytime you see a truck driver, if you're driving down the highway and you see a truck driver sneeze while he's driving, call the cops. I want you to call the cops on every truck driver. If a truck driver forgets to use his turn signal and merges, call the cops. If a truck driver throws a bottle of piss out the window, call the cops. Just call the cops. This guy in front of me what is he doing? What does he think he's doing? Always good seeing you here, Adam Bennett. We'll flip the camera around so you can see the shenanigans going outside my window. Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Who are the people in your neighborhood? The ones who are trying to back a truck. Oh, we're going to have a collision. We're gonna have a collision. The truck on my right has a tandem slid back. We are gonna have a collision. I am parked a little bit crooked. I should be a better fellow truck driver and park my vehicle straighter. But sometimes I don't believe in straight. Sometimes I like to be a little gay and park my truck crooked. Sterling, what are you drinking? I'm having Canada Dry ginger ale. Virginia Chaos. Well, they consider crackheads still crackheads hanging out in a parking lot. Yeah, that's a good point. But lot lizards really don't exist anymore. Like, I'll sit here for the next, hour or so? Nah, I'm going to stay live for another 15 minutes. And you won't see a lot lizard. But if one does come up, I will interview her. I'd be like, hey, I don't want no services, but do you mind joining me for church? Would you like to go to church with Sterling at the Church of Wheel? Chasing Ghost, Tara. in the house. What if they are just pissing in a bottle? Call the cops. Call the cops if you ever see a truck driver pissing in a bottle. Brown chicken. Brown chicken! If a truck driver starts a live stream parked in an off clock, call the police. Yes, call the police on me right now. Please call the police. I am in an unsafe truck stop watching people try to navigate. This truck stop is always packed. Always, always, always packed. I really should straighten out my truck, but I don't feel like it. But yes, call the police on truck drivers. We are so far behind in the comments, but it's okay because we're making money. Adam Bennett, call the police if you see a truck driver parked in the fuel island and they're not fueling. Call the police. Yes. Yes, call the police twice. If you see a truck driver parked on the fuel island and they immediately just jump out of the cab and walk into McDonald's, and then they walk back to their truck, eat their McDonald's, and then 20 minutes later they put fuel in their truck, and then 20 minutes after that they pull to the fuel line and then walk back into the truck stop, fucking call the police. Seriously. How often have you seen that in the trucking industry? The dude will come up, stop in the fuel island, get out of his truck, walk inside, go to McDonald's, come back, fuel his truck, go into his truck, eat his McDonald's, pull up to the stop line past the fuel pump, and then go right back into the truck stop and walk out with McDonald's again, and then eat his McDonald's in the truck, and you're stuck at a fuel island for an hour and a half at that point. That happens way too often. Call the cops. Virginia chaos. What if there's a woman in the passenger seat holding a help sign written in crayon? Do you call the police? No. Listen, if you get trapped in a semi-truck with one of us crazy truck drivers, it's your own damn fault. We got Frederick. Hello from Sweden. I hope Sweden is doing well. Sweden is a beautiful country, and they didn't believe in the whole sweet and sour sniffles thing. How many people in Sweden died of a Chinese cough? The answer is none. Oh, let's not get political, Sterling. Jace. Frederick, please tell me what your live stream is about. It's about me venting. It's the Church of Wheel. I check in on my friends that pop up in the comment section. And sometimes I talk about things. Feel free to ask questions, and I will give you answers. I have answers for everything. Adam Bennett's reminding us, call the police if you see a truck driver driving 5 miles per hour under the speed limit. Within reason, in a construction zone, if the construction zone is 55 miles an hour and you're doing 50 miles an hour, you need to be registered as a sex offender. I'm sorry, if you're too chicken shit to drive through a construction zone at the posted speed limit for a construction zone, you need to be registered against your will as a sex offender. You need to never have the privilege of driving through a school zone in any vehicle whatsoever. If you drive 5 miles per hour under the speed limit in a construction zone, instant sex offender status. Yes, call the police. Adam Bennett says, call the police if you see a trucker driving 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. Really? Are you saying that there are no more cowboys in the trucking industry? Are you saying that cowboy hats have been traded in for turbans? Is that what you're trying to say, Adam Bennett? Don't let me put words in your mouth. Frederick making claims for XP points in chat. Good times. I can't watch the chat from StreamYard, so I don't know what's going on. I know some of you might be pressing a little heart button over here and setting free stuff. I don't see that shit on StreamYard. I do StreamYard to do my vertical lives. Lady J and the Hoosie. Hello, all. Have a day. You look great, Sterling. Love the new shirt. I like my new shirt. It's nice to have a nice shirt. Even though it's a company shirt and it's not my own company shirt because my own company is closed down. Rest in peace. It's nice to have a new shirt every once in a while. I should have washed it first because it's kind of a little starchy. But I like my new shirts. Lady J's in the house dropping Volkswagens. I miss my bug. I need to go home, make it run. Adam Bennett's laughing out loud. It's a serious show today. Please, we got to take the trucking industry seriously. We're all licensed professionals, or every single one of us. Chasing Ghost Tara says right lane ends, merge left. Yes, but don't merge left 3 miles before you have to. There are so many people that they're driving. It doesn't matter what vehicle they're in. It could be a truck, it could be a car, it could be a motorcycle riders don't really do this, but just because it says right lane ends in a mile, don't just instantly merge. Merge the last 500 feet and do what they call zipper. Like, you got some person in this lane, like merge behind that person, and then this person will merge behind that person. And, they call it the zipper effect, right? That's the way you're supposed to do it. But a lot of people see that sign that says right lane ends, road construction, right lane in 10 miles. And then everyone goes over to the left lane and blocks the left lane and slows it down. That's why you'll see a lot of truckers. Pay attention to what us truckers do sometimes. Sometimes we will do what's called a rake. And that is when two truck drivers will purposely slow down to a good average speed. If traffic in front of us is doing 50 and stops, 50 and stops, 50 and stops. If you do 25 miles per hour, 1,000 feet back, you will never have to touch your brakes. So, two truck drivers will do the rake maneuver, and they will stay and block both lanes at 25 miles an hour. And then at the last second, the one truck driver will merge in behind the other. That's to keep traffic from doing that 50 mile an hour break, 50 mile an hour break. So good truck drivers do that. I'm not a huge fan of it because sometimes the rake maneuver slows down traffic too much, and you'll see like a mile between the two truck drivers blocking lanes and the construction zone. I don't agree on that. If you're going to do the rake maneuver, don't slow everyone down so much. Try to figure out that average speed before you do the rake. Frederick, I'm sorry, I'm 20 minutes behind in the comments. Hello from Sweden. I did see you. I hope you didn't get disappointed that I didn't see you. Brown Chicken says, why does most every live stream got to be a topic? Why not? I mean, like today I put abrupt. Like every live stream should have a topic. I'm not a fan of live streams that don't have topics. My number one pet peeve is audio. Second pet peeve is interruptions. Third pet peeve is lack of a topic. So I don't participate in a live stream like that. I hope that I'm not wasting your time. I'm at a point in my life where time is flying by a little bit too quickly. I'm not necessarily looking for that much distraction in my life. And I would be terribly offended if any of you walked away from my show feeling like I've wasted your time. That's unfair. And I believe in being fair. We've got a prime driver going to take the spot next to me. He looked like he was a good driver. I ain't too worried about him. But the whole time I've sat here, this would be the fourth driver that's parked next to me. He's doing good. You know, when I finish the live stream, I will straighten my truck out because my truck's a little crooked. It's providing difficulty to my fellow truck drivers, and that's unkind. Always be kind to your fellow truckers. You know, Prime's probably been driving 400 or 500 miles today. He's tired. He just wants to get into a parking spot. There's no seal or lock on his trailer, which means he is empty. So his day might be over. He just wants to shower. And to park next to a retarded Martin driver that parked crooked in the spot, I've made this man's life unnecessarily more difficult than it needs to be. So I do feel bad. But am I going to move the truck? No, because he's trying to park. Brown Chicken. I love the freestyle live streams. I do too, sometimes. Like, yeah, I knew what you meant. Frederick, do you see my comments? I only see comments when I pull them up. I do not have live comments turned on my channel because I would much rather pull up comments and, read them as I feel. A Prime driver is an excellent driver. I should give him a high five and an apology for parking crooked, but I got here first, so fuck off. If you don't like me parking crooked, then don't park next to me. But yeah, I read the comments as I feel like it. Frederick is saying Sterling is also good. I can be. Sometimes I'm what do they call that? A curmudgeon. Brown Chicken says no AC in a truck. What the? Yeah, Tara. She's she lives in Texas. She drives in Texas, which the air conditioning is constantly taxed. Hold on. We got messages. Okay. No, her air conditioning is consistently taxed with the hot weather of Texas. She is also, quote unquote, the fleet mechanic there, light duty fleet mechanic and driver. So she struggles with air conditioning sometimes. And a lot of us in the industry, like I can fix my own air conditioning as long as it's not too involved. I don't have an air conditioning machine or anything like that, but there's nothing stopping me. If the air conditioning is leaking a little bit, the Schrader valve is leaking, I can fix a Schrader valve and I can recharge the air conditioning system. It's not a big deal. I don't participate in that anymore because I just call a 1-800 number and everything that can possibly go wrong in my life gets fixed. That's the joys of being a company driver. Is anytime your vagina is just a little bit too sandy, you call a 1-800 number and sand will be removed from your vagina. And that's how my trucking industry works. How does yours work? Brown Chicken, always good seeing you here, my friend. Frederick says, I need to leave live stream. No worries. You always got the replay gang, my friends. And shout out to the replay gang. If you're watching this on the replay, please let me know. Put a hashtag ketchup. Put a hashtag replay gang. A lot of my friends in the trucking industry are seeking podcast type. We want just to hear some noise while we're going down the road. So you don't have to have the screen turned on or anything like that. Those of us who have YouTube Premium enjoy podcast mode very easily. And I can go podcast mode just like that. You have to friggin' look at me. But that's not kind. We need the Church of Wheel. I need to be sitting here on the pulpit and enjoying some friendly banter. Always good to see you, kids. Hope you kids are doing good. Hope you kids are doing good. We're in Tennessee. Tennessee is a very beautiful state. I don't know about living here because there's a lot of people from California and states that there's nothing wrong with Californians, by the way. Listen, if you can move to another state and get out of California, more power to you. I'm one of those people. But I worry about states like Tennessee. It's a very beautiful state, but there are people that are altering the politics. Florida used to be really beautiful, but it's turning into California very quick. I don't know. There's a lot of beautiful areas to see in America. Do 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 boo do boo boo. Frederick, I'm subscribed. Thank you for being a subscriber. You're friggin' awesome, my friend from Sweden. Brown Chicken says eastbound and down. I will be going eastbound. We're gonna go to Atlanta tonight. I'm gonna get a few hours of sleep. I'm doing what's called a split sleeper, so I don't get a full 10 hours off. I'm stretching my 14-hour clock. Get a few hours sleep, make my delivery in Atlanta, pick up my reload in McDonough, and then we're going to Miami. So I'll probably sleep in Valdosta tonight or in the morning, and then finish the trip to Miami. It's 600 and something miles, something like that. But we'll be going southeast in inbound. Brown Chicken, high-end Lazarda. High-end lizards, lot lizards. A lot lizard is a lazard. The Shuley Network. I am proudly the truck driver to the stars on that channel. TSN rated my show. Oh geez, 7 months ago now. Has it been that long? It was sometime around Thanksgiving. I was trapped in Michigan. Well, I wasn't trapped, but I was complaining that people in Michigan have horrific body odor. And I was so disappointed with fat white people. I was so disappointed with my own tribe that I just I almost wanted to tell those porkers, go back to the cereal aisle where you belong. I was walking through the aisle that has your baking goods and spices, because I was trying to get some spices for the truck. I like to spice my foods. And these people stunk so bad. The problem with society is there's not enough tornadoes hitting trailer parks. Trailer parks used to get wiped out all the time. And society was good. The second tornadoes stop hitting trailer parks, society has screeched to a halt. Some people might blame the invention of the internet. Some people might say it's mind-altering drugs that everyone's addicted to. Some might even go as far as saying the legalization of marijuana has contributed to the downfall of society. No, you're all wrong. Some people might even say the world has never been the same since Sam Kinison has died. I'm not going to argue with that one. But some may say the society has crumbled ever since Hugh Hefner died. It's a good point. Some might even say ever since Barack Obama was elected, life has been fantastic. You could believe that too. I don't know. Where am I going with this? Everything's beautiful. Everything's great. Everything's beautiful. Always good to see the Shuley Network hanging around my channel. Lady J's in the house. Valued channel member. Your trucking videos are beautiful on the big screen. Great quality and relaxing. I'm a very chill person. I might not come off as a chill person on a live stream, but I am. I make chill trucking videos. I really do. And those videos are specifically targeted to my friends that are no longer trucking. There are some dear friends that have been medically disqualified from trucking. There are some friends that, life has gotten in the way of them chasing their own dreams. I do those videos for people that can't drive anymore. We got Virginia Chaos. Got to run, bro. Got to fix machines that retards keep breaking, but stupid people equal money right now. Safe and get some sleep. Yeah, listen, it's fine to be retarded. You know, I was a mechanic before I became a truck driver, and sometimes you got to reach down to that distributor and you got to retard that ignition because it's running a little too hot. So I will invite anybody that's watching this to invest in some retardation. When things are getting a little bit too hot, when you're just about to overheat your motor, I want you to invest in retardation. I want you to sit and be a retard. Let your inner retard out. Neil Ford says wanking. Is that a threat, a question, or an offer? Or a demand? Wanking. Reminds me I need to take care of something later. Brown Chicken says Tara is a truck driver. Does she pass in a bottle? No, women piss at bottles. Men piss in bottles. That's just simple biology. You can't deny it. I have never seen a woman piss in a bottle. I have seen women piss at a bottle. And and I'm a gentleman. I'll hold your bottle for you if you need to piss in it. If your woman is throwing up in the toilet, be a man and hold her hair. And then if she turns around and says, I need to piss, but I don't want to do it in the toilet where I just threw up, you hold that bottle proudly. But yeah, men piss in cups, women piss at cups. Brown Chicken saying hi to the Shuli Network. I am so far behind in the comments. Lady J's in the house, in the hizzy, saying love it when you go postal. I mean political. Yeah. Remember when postal workers used to protest violently? Whatever happened to that? How come all school shooter? I'm going to stop at that one. I'll get my YouTube will yank my chain so quick. Robert Tyke Trucking, Rob on the road. Yep, from Yorkshire. Come on, England. At Real Football, the game you play with your feet. I don't like football or soccer, so whatever. I'm more of a rugby fan. We've got Chasing Ghost Tara, dear friend of the channel and a valued channel member. I'm in Texas. 56 miles per hour in a construction zone means slow down to 75 or 80. Driving 55 is likely why we have road rage shootings. There's a lot of road rage shootings in the Houston area. It's nice. I've only been shot at twice in my trucking career. Well, no, I've been shot at once, and I've been in the vicinity of a shooting. Like I saw two people shooting at each other while they're going down the road. It was quite hilarious. Chasing Ghosts, I'm at 55. Yeah, 55 in a construction zone will get you shot. Lady J in the house, in the hizzy. I've seen that rake action before and have always wondered about it, mostly cursing them. Yeah, it's truck drivers. So the rake method is when two truck drivers will purposely slow down before entering a merge to keep the car drivers from getting in front of them and slamming on their brakes. The rake maneuver is an attempt to achieve an average speed because truck drivers don't like to stop. If you're a truck driver and you stop at a red light, you are wasting money, you are wasting fuel, you are wasting time. If the light turns red, slow down way, way, way in advance. And don't come to a complete stop because it's easier to get a truck rolling when it's already rolling. Professional truck drivers are always looking for that average speed. That's why when I quit trucking, the first thing I'm going to do is make a speed run from Boston to Santa Monica, California. I'm going to do the cannonball. When I leave the trucking industry, I am jumping on my motorcycle. I am adding 3 gas tanks, and I am going to make a cannonball run. The current record, I think, is 46 or 45 hours. I think I can do it in 42. And I know what route to take. Benson, MTG. Don't you know what SWIFT stands for? It says stop waving, I'm fucking trying. It says sure wish I finished training. It's so will insurance fix that? There are other definitions for SWIFT, but those are my favorite. Yeah, there's some racist ones in there too. I'm not in the mood for racism, by the way. Carrie's in the house, says, very valuable to me to spend this time with you. Thank you. I appreciate everyone that hangs around my channel. I really do. Mina's in the house saying, hello, sir. Hope you're doing well. I think you're from India. I think I've seen you on the Moto Bomb show. Always good to see you. Saying hi to everyone from India. India is a beautiful country. I don't care what anyone says. We got everyone saying hi to each other. Mina saying hi to Lady J. We got Kingsford pulled pork. Oh, that sounds good, my friend. Thank you for dropping in here with a delectable name. It's winter in Antarctica right now. Anything south of the equator, it's summertime. Okay. There's more icebergs, ice shelves than when humans last went down there and did research. Yeah, I've been seeing some news about Antarctica. We're in, like, if you look back in millions and millions of years, thousands of years, we're on the downslope of the ice age. Like the world is warming up, and all we need is a gigantic comet to alter the atmosphere and get rid of the dinosaurs again. I hope that none of us are dinosaurs, because the other ones that lived were cockroaches and crocodiles and alligators. The dragonflies. I think dragonflies survived when dinosaurs didn't. Anyway, we need a mass extinction event. Shannon Thomas trucking headed to Ohio again. Going to Ohio. Ohio's got some good freight. That's what happens when you get rid of all the immigrants in the trucking industry and you can't book any freight with them. Freight rates are climbing because they have gotten rid of a lot of BS in the trucking industry in the last 6 months. So it's starting to become an honest profession again. There's not a whole lot of cheaters. The cheaters are being pulled from the industry, which needed to be done. There's a truck in front of me right now that you kids need to see. That is a Freightliner Coronado. That is a glider that probably has a Detroit 60 in it. And those were great trucks. Another Freightliner, Cascadia, just passed in front of us. Directly from across from us, the purple and red Volvo. It was kind of a cool looking truck, right? And we're gonna flip the camera around because I need to get ready to go to bed. I'm supposed to be napping. Brown Chicken, valued channel member, has dropped a serious fact that nobody can deny. I'm gonna cough. There you go. I'm gonna cough. We're putting the red light on comments. No more comments as long as the red light is lit. It's always winter in Antarctica. What, they don't enjoy the summers there? They don't have summers. They don't wear bikinis. Mina is saying hi to Brown Chicken. Brown Chicken saying namaste. We got Tom Hood in the house saying skull. Skull, buddy. We're drinking what is that, ginger ale? It's caffeination free. It's got some bubbles. Your boy Sterling enjoyed some Waffle House this morning. We had breakfast at Waffle House, and our dessert was mild indigestion. but it was completely and utterly worth it. I am a very happy boy with my indigestion, and I will sleep like a dead hobo. Always good seeing here, Tom Hunt. Brown Chicken says, I remember the panty raid. I don't wear panties. I'm a truck driver. Brown Chicken saying, Skull. Scola. Mina's in the house saying, namaste. Always good seeing here. Brown Chicken says, truck driver to the stars. That's right. I am the last truck driver. They're going to make a movie and Tom Cruise is going to star. Angela Benon in the house saying, hello. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. It is a Tuesday. We are kind of just hanging out, burning off a little bit of steam because I need to get a few hours of sleep before attempting a trip to Atlanta. Let me turn the camera around for you and show you what I'm looking at, because in the horizon we have, if you look closely, you will see the clouds, right? You see those clouds? That means we're going to have a thunderstorm this afternoon. It is already noon. And by the time I run, I'm going to be driving through tornadoes and thunderstorms. So we'll be safe. It's nothing I haven't done before. JB Hunt just passed us by. He's hauling a can. That is a container. In the trucking industry, we call those cans. Lady J loves Sam Kinison. I do too. He was a preacher too. Brown Chicken. I'm not gonna. That was funny, Brown Chicken. Yeah, we all love Sam Kinison. He was so great. Chasing Ghost. Yeah, I'm not gonna impersonate Sam Kinison. I need alcohol for that to work. Brown Chicken says, "Have a day." That's one of the new emoticons on my channel. Do 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 do. Are you kids doing okay? Are you doing okay? Is it okay if I leave the live show? Can I go to bed? Is it all right if I go to bed? We'll go to bed here in a little bit. Benson is reminding us that Swift drivers were always a dice roll. Not so much anymore, my friend. I have met some really, really, really good Swift drivers this last 6 months, 7 months, 8 months of trucking. I have met some really, really good Swift drivers. The ones that are not good, I'm not going to mention the companies because I'll be live for another 5 hours telling you how bad Stevens is Stevens Transport. Jesus Christ! Could you hire some drivers that have a pulse and situational awareness? Let's not get into this. Is a rabbit hole that will prevent me from sleeping for like a month. Swift drivers have improved dramatically. And Swift, see what I fucked up today. Oh man, that's good. I fucking love that. You win, my friend. Benson, see what I fucked up today. Swift. SWIFUT. Yeah, get rid of the U. See what I fucked up today. That's a good one. Oh, Angela Bannon. I'm sorry, I said Banon. I'm leaving for orientation today with Western Express as a flatbed truck driver. I'm a female, 115 pounds, and going to give it a shot. Thank you. Thank you for entering the industry. Please understand that your first introduction to truck driving, keep an open mind. Don't let anything offend you. It's just trucking. But take in as much as you can. Always ask for help. Look for drivers like me. Look for a driver that wears a clean shirt. Talk to us. We are here to provide you help in the industry. Not everyone's out to get you. We're out here. We're all in the same boat. We might be in the same boat, but different ships. Please ask questions. And I am very appreciative of you entering the industry. We need more strong women in the industry. And it doesn't matter that you're 115 pounds and driving flatbed. Learn um, like judo. Like judo is using somebody's weight against them, I guess. I don't know if that's judo or something else. Somebody correct me. I know all of you right now are typing furiously. Use your weight to your advantage. You know, you don't have to muscle like when you go to strap down loads and you're turning that little ratchet to tighten your straps. Use your body weight. Don't use your muscles. Avoid repetitive motions in the trucking industry that will hurt you when you're older. Talk to the older drivers. You will see. Here's your mission. When you get out on the road, you're going to be trucking in about a month. When you get out on the road, find an older truck driver that drives a flatbed. The older, the better. And talk to that person and learn as much as you can from them, because they have learned to do the most physically demanding job in trucking and not hurt themselves. You know, as you're going through orientation, you'll be told to, 3 points of contact every time you jump in and out of the truck. Never jump off your trailer. When you're young, you can do that shit and you're invincible. But when you get into your 30s and 40s and 50s, you got to look at replacing knees and replacing hips, and then you're no longer profitable as a truck driver. This war that we're in is a young man's game or woman. So try to avoid repetitive motion. You know, don't always tighten your straps right-handed. Do it left-handed every once in a while. Never jump down from a trailer under any circumstances. Climb down carefully. Don't overstress yourself. It's very difficult in the flatbed industry. I'm kind of surprised that you're jumping right into flatbed from the beginning, but there's no harm in that as long as you do your studies. And if you go through orientation and you get a good grade, more power to you. But please reach out to us anytime that you have any difficulties in the trucking industry. There are still some good truckers out here, and I'm proud of you for making that leap. That's amazing, Angela. Okay, and before I click off your comment, a lot of people will give you shit for starting at Western Express. You know, they hire terrible drivers and their equipment's always messed up, and there's always accidents with Western Express everywhere. At least that company gives people chances. That's the whole spirit of America, is we give you a chance. We give you a chance, and if you survive, you can thrive. There's very few other countries in the world. There's no other country in the world that will allow you to pilot an 80,000-pound bomb. A semi-truck has as much destructive force as anybody can power in the military. We provide you with training. We get you into a company. You might have medical benefits. You might make good money. You might make $1,000 a week. You might make $500 a week. I think it's great that you're getting in, but please understand that Western Express is a 6-month to 2-year job. I'm telling you this honestly. Do not plan on having a career with Western Express. Get all your education, get all the experience, and at 6 months, if you think you know everything, stay in it another 6 months. At a year, start applying at better flatbed companies, and you can clear $100,000 to $150,000 very easily, especially if you get your hazmat. There are flatbed companies out here looking for very good people that are dedicated. I don't know what region you're in, but guessing that you're at Western Express, I would say the Tennessee area or the dirty South. Keep your head on a swivel and see the nice trucks that are pulling flatbeds, the curtain sides, the beautiful Kenworths and Peterbilts. Avoid TMC. I'm not a fan of that company. I've heard some pretty bad things. But look for a company that takes care of its drivers, especially if it's a company that hauls its own freight. Say they're a metal producer and they just move their own freight from location to location, or a building supply that just moves freight from their location to another location, not the open board stuff that you see all of us sitting here at a truck stop. So, I mean, that's my advice to you. I hope you were listening. I'm only 18 minutes behind in the comments. Benson says, Swift, sure wish I had a faster... that's a good one, too. Oh, man. Wolf within the woods. We'll sit here for another 3 hours, by the way, Lady J. We're going to bomb comments so I can go to bed. Benson, I haven't heard those. Benson said, I worked receiving for Coca-Cola for a long time, dealt with a ton of Swift. They've gotten better, my friend. Swift, Betaway? Was that a version of like Roadway or something? Werner, JB Hunt, and Matsuko. We got Chasing Ghosts. I have 48,000 pounds of glycol in a smoothbore bulk tank. Slowing down makes me angry. Stopping induces homicidal rage. That's another thing. If you're a tanker driver, we don't like to stop. I've got tanker endorsement. I have driven tanker. I have delivered propane in the past. We don't like to stop. That tank is sloshing around, making all sorts of weird motions. Lady J's in the house, is a member, by the way, has been a member for 3 months. Great advice. Love being a member. And that's the end of the comments. You kids actually listen to the red light warning. You see the red light, you need to stop commenting so I can go to bed here soon. I want to thank you for stopping by the Church of Wheel. Everyone, let's prayers for Angela, because she's entering the trucking industry. We're all proud of her. We're all supporting her. We hope that Angela does absolutely amazing. I love hearing that people are new faces coming into the trucking industry. That's always a good time. Again, I want to thank you kids for stopping by the Church of Wheel. It is abrupt because we've come to an abrupt stop. We're sleeping. And here in a few hours, we'll get running again. I don't have to run till 5 p.m. So we're doing a split sleeper, and we'll get to Atlanta tonight. And then after that, we'll go to Miami town, going down to Miami, Florida. Observations from the road. It is very stormy. There's a lot of storms going on in America. I want you kids to be safe. Make sure you got a flashlight, plenty of drinking water, and listen to the weather reports. And stop paying attention to social media. Let's all take a break from social media. Because listen, if all of us shut off our phones all at once and stop going to the bank, if everyone was just quiet for 24 hours, every single thing in the world would change for the better. I totally believe that. The fact that we've got these stupid smartphones that allow us to do live streams from anywhere on the planet and pontificate. Am I complaining about myself? I think I am. I've realized that I have a Nike swoosh. You know what the Nike swoosh is? That is a whip in mid-swing. Learn something new every day. I want to thank you for stopping by the Church of Wheel. We are going to friggin' do things with stuff. Mikey Ball reminding us that the Church of Wheel is always winning. I want to thank you kids for stopping by. Mike Ball is reminding everybody to don't be gay. Okay? You don't have to be gay. You don't have to be gay your whole life. Has been a member for 8 months. That's amazing, Mike Ball. And with that, I need to go to bed. I'm also going to straighten out the truck because it is quite crooked, and I'm getting dirty looks from my fellow truck driving brethren. We're going to get some sleep. The next time you see me, I'll be in a different location. I hope you're doing well. Please reach out to anyone if you need help. Don't lock yourself in the cab of a semi-truck and avoid society. It's not healthy for you. I'm going to press buttons that make things go away. And thank you, thank you, thank you for being a watcher of the Church of Wheel.
Liquid chicken, baby! Do you have problems with your dental work? Does your gums bleed and get infected? Well, the answer to all your prayers is in this little bottle. You can eat liquid chicken with a straw. It's got all the vitamins and minerals of solid chicken, but it don't promote tooth decay. And, most of all,
miles and miles, and all the while I feel secure. Even when the fuse gets short, I can keep my nerve. Believe in such a tradition, I got in my truck cab.